Confirmed tornadoes just west of Dallas-Fort Worth here this evening, and we continue our severe weather coverage tonight on Weather Nation. So glad you can join us. Take a look at some of this footage coming out of Mineral Wells, Texas. Baseball-size hail. I mean, this is some pretty serious stuff that has been rolling on through just the western suburbs of Fort Worth. And these storms have held their intensity as they've continued to move on into the Metroplex. Millsap, I should say, Texas, reports of funnel clouds, reports of actual tornadoes touching down near Sunset with debris. We've also had confirmed tornadoes near parts of Mineral Wells. Of course, a lot of storm chasers out there getting footage and confirmation of what's happening. I mean, Doppler radar can only tell us so much. We need that ground-based observation to really relay back important, almost life-saving information at times. There's another view of Millsap, Texas, with those severe storms that have been moving on in from the west. So let's take a look at our Viper Doppler radar showing these storms as they continue to impact not even Texas, not just Texas, but also parts of Oklahoma. That's where these storms have had a history of just moving through and producing very large hail, and also some of these tornadoes. So let's take a look here. We're looking at some of these storms to drift in from the east, I should say drift in from the west, and they've been a supercell in nature and acquiring just enough shear and rotation to drop a few tornadoes. Now it's interesting, these two in particular cells here that have been west of Dallas-Fort Worth are almost splitting. Sometimes that happens, and that might be good. One of these tornadic cells might just move south of Fort Worth as it has been doing, which is nice. But these storms, in addition to the tornado threat, hail is going to be a big concern. And across eastern Oklahoma, we have one of these storms that for a time here acquired a bow-shaped echo, kind of like a boomerang. And whenever we see that, that's an indication of some very strong winds at the surface here across parts of southeastern Oklahoma. And as we look at one more view here, this is what we are looking at, these storms to continue across various parts of the plains. So getting back to our forecast, the good news is once the sun sets, which it has been doing obviously, the severe threat greatly diminishing. Not after we had some of these tornado threats though. Sunset, there's that confirmed tornado near Belcher as well. Another threat. The severe threat for tomorrow, not quite as high, but still tracking some storms in the central U.S.